An MCAS Miramar Marine is accused of stealing a truck from base and leading police on a chase that ended in a deadly crash.
The holiday season can mean crimes of opportunity. We've got tips from San Diego police on how to avoid becoming a victim.
The new performance ratings are out for your child's school, but what exactly does this mean? We'll take a closer look.
A pod of killer whales spotted just off our coast. We talked to the crew who took this amazing video coming up.
Walmart Express delivers the magic of Christmas.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now. A Miramar Marine is facing vehicular manslaughter charges tonight after allegedly getting into a high-speed chase with Escondido police. Good evening, I'm Marcella Lee.
And I'm Jesse Pagan. Carlo is off tonight. As CBS 8's David Goffredson reports, police say the 21-year-old Marine was driving a pickup truck stolen from the Miramar base when he crashed, killing one of his passengers.
The driver tried to make a turn and was unable to negotiate the turn and collided into a retaining wall.
Surveillance video from a neighbor's camera captured the chaos after the crash around 10:30 Monday night in Escondido. Police say a Miramar Marine, 21-year-old Lance Corporal John Brand, was driving a military-owned pickup truck at speeds reaching 88 miles per hour on city streets while being pursued by officers.
This was a Ram pickup truck that we just found out had stolen from the Marine Corps base.
Two young female adults were passengers in the truck, and police say they were not wearing seat belts. Both were ejected from the vehicle during the collision. One of them died. The other one is recovering in the hospital. After a foot chase, police arrested Brand on 11 felony counts, including hit and run, vehicular manslaughter, and kidnapping.
We were able to speak to one of the females at the hospital. She informed us that they had asked the male to stop during the pursuit, so we thought that that was an appropriate charge.
It all started at the Dick's Sporting Goods store on Auto Park Way in Escondido. Employees called police reporting 3 people were shoplifting merchandise and loading it into a pickup truck.
There was a theft occurring. 2 females and a male were inside the store stealing Nike merchandise, a large amount of it.
Officers say they tried to stop the truck as it was driving away with $2,000 worth of merchandise in the bed of the truck. Police say the theft was a felony and the chase only lasted 3 minutes.
It was clear, it was not raining, the roads were dry, and there was little to no traffic. So at the time, the officers felt that it was safe to continue the pursuit.
I spoke to a neighbor who saw the young victims at the scene being loaded into ambulances.
It's sad because it's very young people to make that kind of decision, so terrible, and for the parents.
Brand remains in custody, and he's set to be arraigned Thursday in North County Court. In Escondido, David Goffredson, CBS 8.
Thank you, David. Water agencies statewide could soon be turning wastewater into drinking water. Earlier today, the California Water Resources Control Board approved new rules for turning water from toilets and other uses back into tap water. San Diego and LA counties already had similar plans in place. The city of San Diego's Pure Water Project aims to supply more of the city's tap water in the near future. California has used recycled wastewater throughout the decades for things like watering crops in the Central Valley and for ice rinks.
Of water, we are about to get a lot of rain over the next few days.
Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis here early with your first forecast. Carlene?
Yeah, this has been a slow mover of a storm system, so we've just been dealing with some lighter moisture, but we are definitely in store for some heavier rainfall. When we look at the satellite radar over the last 6 hours, we've been seeing a lot of that moisture well towards the north of us. But let's go ahead and advance it, and that's where the low is. That's pretty similar to the position from yesterday. It's a slow-moving storm system, and so we've just been dealing with a lot of cloud cover. We could see a few more sprinkles through tomorrow morning, but more measurable rainfall expected by tomorrow afternoon and evening before we get to the heavier stuff. That's because once it does move closer towards us here in San Diego County and for Southern California, it's going to tap into an atmospheric river. That's why we're anticipating a whole lot more rainfall, especially on Thursday and Friday, and even the potential of dealing with some thunderstorms on top of that. All ahead of that heavier rainfall anticipated in our forecast, a flood watch has been issued for the entire county. county. This will be a countywide event when it comes to the heavier rainfall, even talking about inches of rain, and potentially could, with some of those stronger cells, get 1 inch per hour when it comes to that rainfall coming down. We'll go ahead and take a look at your complete forecast coming up. Jesse, Marcella.
Thank you, Carlene. Police want to remind you to not let your guard down during the busy season.
CBS 8's Brian White is live downtown at police headquarters with ways you can protect yourself this time of year. Brian?
Police are reminding us to stay aware of our surroundings and avoid those crimes of opportunity, like inviting a thief to break into your car by leaving shopping bags or other items visible in the front seat.
You know, we definitely want to enjoy the holiday season. You know, everyone's looking to get gifts for family members, friends, co-workers, but we want to take the time to remind ourselves the safety tips that are out there.
Sergeant Ariel Savage has been with the department for 20 years. He says while we're out and about, shopping is important to take precautions.
Maybe go shopping with a partner or in groups. When you drive to the malls, make sure you lock your doors, have your windows rolled up. And if you have any packages in your vehicle from shopping, make sure you cover it up with a blanket so nobody that walks by readily can see those items. And when you do arrive at stores, make sure you're parking in well-lit areas where you're very visible to everyone around.
And if you're stopping by an ATM to grab some quick cash, it's important to be focused and aware while avoiding distractions.
Try not to have your heads buried in your cell phones. Be aware of your surroundings. When you're at the ATM machine, cover up your PIN numbers. Maybe scan the ATM. You don't want any odd devices attached to ATMs, no skimmers or anything like that.
And then there's porch pirates with packages sitting on doorsteps ready for the taking. Maybe you can arrange something with a neighbor.
If you have a neighbor that's willing to help you out, and you could text them or call them and say, hey, I had a package arrive. Would you mind getting that package for me and keep it until I get home?
Police say keeping a few common sense things top of mind can make you less of a target.
Make sure that we're aware of our surroundings. Make sure we're locking our doors in our vehicles and using trusted websites if we're purchasing things on the internet.
As you heard the sergeant explain, it's all about avoiding those crimes of opportunity so we can enjoy the holidays and hopefully stay safe at the same time. Reporting live downtown, Brian White, CBS 8.
Some good advice there. Thanks, Brian. The family of a missing teenage girl is praying for her safe return tonight. Family members and loved ones gathered for a vigil for 13-year-old Rain Gonzalez last night. She was last seen in Imperial County on December 10th. The FBI says her suspected abductor has ties to San Diego. We heard from Rain's grandmother, who got emotional talking about her granddaughter.
She needs to come home.
The FBI is offering $10,000 to find Rain. The San Diego Rodeo planned at Petco Park will go on next year. The decision comes after 2 animal rights groups filed a temporary restraining order against the Padres and the company running it, C5 Rodeo, which would have stopped the rodeo. But today, the judge rejected that restraining order, agreeing with the Padres that municipal code that doesn't allow animals inside the facility only applies to the public. So the rodeo will go on starting January 12th.
Alaska Airlines flight attendants are a step closer to going on strike for a contract with higher pay. Hundreds of Alaska Airlines attendants picketed outside San Diego International Airport today. It was a similar scene at airports around the country. The Association of Flight Attendants authorized a vote for a strike. Voting for that will end in mid-February. Today's picketing demonstration did not impact air travel. A pod of killer whales has been spotted for the second time in 2 days right off our coast.
Just incredible. Gone whale watching caught some images yesterday, and today crews were hoping to find more. As CBS 8's Shannon Handy shows us, they got what they wished for.
Yeah, what an incredible sight. As you mentioned, the video you just saw was taken yesterday about 3 miles off the coast of North Torrey Pines. And I just confirmed within the past couple of hours that same pod of whales was spotted in the same area, just a bit closer to shore. Now, before the second sighting, I had a chance to speak with the owner of Gone Whale Watching, and he told me what it was like to have his guests have this once-in-a-lifetime experience.
These ones are known for being so friendly that we had multiple close passes by the boat. All of our guests, some of which dropped everything on a moment's notice, played hooky at work, called in sick just for a chance to see these amazing creatures. And there were tears of joy on the boat and just some really, really happy people.
Dominic Giannini tells me the pod was initially spotted in Los Angeles a few days ago, so tour companies in Southern California were already on alert. He searched for a few days, and yesterday, while he was out scouting alone, he spotted them. He put the information up on his Instagram page, which has over 1 million followers, and people started booking tours day of. He also let other local whale watching companies know so they could take their guests out. Dominic estimates there were 6 or 7 eastern tropical Pacific killer whales, including a baby. They typically only come here about once a year to hunt dolphins, which is exactly what they were doing yesterday. Normally starting in December, but more so into January, you're going to find gray whales in our area. So this was a real treat. The whales spotted yesterday generally stick around Central America and Mexico. Now, since the sighting, Dominic says tours have been filling up. All of his boats were booked today.
You knew that they saw the killer whales and then you decided, hey, I'm going to try my luck today?
Yes, I did. I tried to get on yesterday and it was sold out. So this morning I'm hoping to see it again.
And take a look at this video. This is a video we just got in today from another company called San Diego Whale Watch. This happened just a couple hours ago. You can hear just how excited the guests are as the whales swam beside their boat, and that includes the baby, who you can see was right there beside its mama. Again, that pod was found today in pretty much the same spot, but we're told it was much closer to shore, about a mile off the shore of Torrey Pines, which is remarkable because these whales typically travel between 40 and 50 miles a night, and they don't always go in the same direction, so it's really unpredictable where they're going to be. So to have this pod spotted 2 days in a row is pretty amazing. Reporting from Mission Bay, I'm Shannon Handy for CBS 8.
Thank you, Shannon. Still ahead, report cards are in for local school districts.
Plus, why your Christmas tree may be triggering your allergies. Our Verified team goes to the experts.
But first, how the city of San Clemente is shoring up its railroad tracks with a wider beach.